It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for Season 11 of The Walking Dead. We're back for more promo photos for Season 11, as well as a sneak peek from Season 11, Episode 1. This is the second sneak peek. They already released another one earlier, which just featured Daryl, but this sneak peek is actually awesome, and there's a lot of very interesting and cool things in this sneak peek, which we're gonna also break down. Now, one thing I do want to mention, I did say I wasn't able to do a video this week until this weekend when we have the Comic-Con Walking Dead panels, which I'm going to be breaking down for you guys. And that's still true, but when I saw this sneak peek and these promo photos, I just had to do this video. But other than this video, I'm probably not going to be able to do anything else this week. We're probably not even going to be able to have our Friday night Q&A live stream. I'll let you know if that changes, but at this point, we're probably not going to have that Q&A this week. But anyway, this will be the only video I do this week until this weekend when we do our San Diego Comic-Con discussions when it comes to trailers, teasers, news that they might release and everything like that. But with that said, stay tuned. We'll be right back to break all of these things down. Alright, as always, before we jump into this, if you're not a subscriber and enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe to join our community. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so if you're not a subscriber, make sure to subscribe to help me get to the 5,000 subscriber mark. Also, share and smash the like button and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that, let's waste no more time and dive in. First, we're gonna go through the promo photos that they released. First up, we have this pretty awesome photo of Magna with a bow and arrow. She's obviously at Alexandria. Now, I'm not a big Magna fan, especially in the TV version, but there's just something about this photo that makes her look really badass. So I really like this photo of Magna. Then we have this one of Rosita. I think they're at the council area. I think it's the church at Alexandria. So they're probably discussing something. I'm assuming this has to do with the mission that they end up going on, which we know based on the synopsis of the first 2 episodes. So we know that they have to go on a mission to look for supplies because they're running out of supplies. So I'm assuming that this is a discussion they're gonna have before they all agree to go on this mission to find supplies. We can obviously see Carol in the background. We see Father Gabriel here as well. I'm assuming this is outside the church area where the council takes place, but I could be wrong about that, but likely somewhere at Alexandria. And then we have this photo of Carol and Lydia. We know that both Carol and Lydia are on this mission, so this is probably them on their way to whatever location it is that they're going to as part of their mission. Gabriel is also there, Maggie, Negan, all of them are there. We'll talk more about that when we dive into the sneak peek because it does show most of the people that are there during this mission. The next photo we have is this photo of Aaron. He's cleaning up Alexandria. I'm assuming that this is the aftermath of the Whispers attacking at the end of season 10. So at this point, it doesn't seem like Alexandria is attacked again, which I was speculating earlier, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. It looks like this is just them still dealing with the aftermath of Alexandria being attacked by the Whispers at the end of season 10. So we have a bunch of Alexandrians in the background also cleaning up. Now, that takes us to photos that are taken either at night or photos from the underground tunnels that we know the group is gonna visit. Now, before we dive into that, in case you don't know about the storyline involving the underground tunnels, I do want to put a little bit of context so you're aware and what I'm gonna go through makes sense to you. It's not just the photos either, because the sneak peek takes place in the underground tunnels as well, so it's important to know why they're there in the first place. So based on the synopsis of the first 2 episodes, we know that they're gonna go on this mission for supplies. A storm is gonna hit. They're gonna have to hide in the underground tunnels, train tracks and stations and things like that. And when they're there, they're gonna encounter a group, most likely the Reapers. And they're gonna be able to get out, but they do find out that one of them was left behind. One of them didn't make it out. So they come up with a plan to go back to retrieve that person that was left behind. And that's pretty much everything we know about the first 2 episodes. And that's the basis for the storyline involving the underground tunnels. So in this particular photo, we have Negan, we have Elijah, who's one of the people that came with Maggie in the background as well. Now we can see, based on the background, it looks like there's trees around. So this is an outdoor area or location. So this is not the underground tunnels. And then we have this photo, which is pretty interesting. We have none other than Alden talking to Negan. That's actually Negan. We see the back of his head, but that's actually Negan. Now, Alden is holding a weapon. It has blood on it. He probably killed some walkers, so that's not really relevant. Even though some Walking Dead YouTubers make thumbnails that want you to think that that's something important, it's not. It's just clickbait. But what I do find interesting is that, well, first, the fact that Negan and Alden talk, that's interesting because those two have a history. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens between them. I could definitely sense Alden having a lot of issues with Negan and not being able to work with him. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. But also, they're going inside what appears to be a train car. Based on the synopsis, we know that the person that is left behind, who I mentioned, actually gets stuck in one of these train cars. It's possible that Alden is the person that gets stuck. I could be wrong, but maybe that's where they're going with it. And then we have this photo of Gabriel in the background and Maggie and others around. But this is obviously the same train car. Now with that, let's dive into the sneak peek. So the sneak peek starts with this shot of everyone looking at these bodies and walkers inside body bags. Obviously this takes place in the underground tunnels, and this is basically where the train tracks are. We have Negan looking at the bodies and the body bags, and it looks like they're at a point where they have to walk through this mass grave of walkers inside body bags. So we have this shot which shows most of the individuals that are there on the mission. We have Negan, Elijah, Gabriel, Maggie, Dog, Alden, the new character that they're gonna run across in the background, and obviously we have Daryl at the forefront with his hand on his nose because of the smell. And then we have Daryl kneeling down, taking a look at the body inside the walker, trying to uncover the head, and that's where the walker comes alive and tries to get to Daryl. Daryl basically puts his hand on the walker's throat, which is a pretty badass thing to do, and then stabs the walker in the head. On this shot, we see more of the characters that are there. The only new person we see is actually the Hilltop member all the way in the background with the white hair. We've seen him around from time to time, but we don't know too much about him. And then we have this one, so we can see actually Maggie, I think, in the background. And obviously we have Elijah, and on the right, we have Cole all the way in the back, another person that came with Maggie. And also we have a new person in front of Cole. Based on some information that was released, it looks like he will be a Commonwealth soldier that they run across, which is interesting. For those of you that don't know who the Commonwealth are actually the group of individuals that captured Eugene, Yumiko, Princess, and Ezekiel. You may be wondering how this person is a Commonwealth soldier because the Commonwealth wear white and black uniform, and you're absolutely right. But this guy's just in civilian clothing for whatever reason. And then we have this shot of this Hilltop member saying, "Why didn't it make any noise?" referring to the walker that Daryl just killed. And then we see the walker right here that Daryl killed. And then Gabriel says, "Throat slashed so deep it almost severed the head." And we can actually see that here. The fact that the walker didn't come alive earlier is very interesting, and that's basically what they're confused about. And then Maggie looks around, and then we have this Hilltop teen saying, "Guys, are we gonna have to do this?" Basically walk through these walkers, not knowing which of them are actually dead and which of them are walkers. To which Maggie replies, "No, these people were killed during the fall." I think what Maggie is saying here is that these people were killed during the fall, so they're not walkers. They were stabbed in the head or something like that. That's the vibe I'm getting. What she's saying is that it's safe to walk through them. I could be wrong, but I think that's what she's saying. And then we have Maggie kneeling down, grabbing this bunny toy, which reminds us of the teddy bear that we saw in the pilot of The Walking Dead. The teddy bear and the teddy bear girl are very infamous when we talk about The Walking Dead, so this is a great reference to that. But Maggie looks at the bunny, and then Negan asks all of them. So he is directly, I don't want to say challenging Maggie, but she's asking Maggie if she's sure about what she's saying, which is very interesting. I sense a lot of tension, so that's pretty awesome. And I feel like we're gonna see more moments like this throughout the first 2 episodes, which is awesome. We have Alden looking at Negan like, what the hell did you just say? And then Maggie is taken back a little bit, like she didn't expect Negan to say anything. And then she says, what? To which Negan replies, we are walking through a mass grave that could still be in use. Not exactly sure what Negan means here, but I'm thinking she's just asking Maggie if she's sure if it's safe to walk through these walkers without inspecting them. Something to that effect. And then Negan continues, so I am asking you, are you sure all of them were killed during the fall? Goes back to what I said earlier, just trying to make sure Maggie's sure about what she's doing. And then we have everyone looking ahead at what's in front of them. This mass grave of walkers and possibly individuals that are killed, so their head is destroyed in the body bags. So they don't exactly know who's dead, who's a walker. So that's really what makes this scene tense and have a degree of horror feel to it. And then Maggie says, take each of them out, clear the path. So she listened to Negan, which is pretty interesting. And then she drops the bunny. Alden says, Maggie, hold on, to which Maggie says, I'm not stopping. And that's it. That's where the sneak peek ends. Very awesome sneak peek, pretty awesome photos. Very interested to see where the story is gonna go and what happens. Very interested to see what is gonna happen between Alden and Negan, and also obviously the tension between Maggie and Negan and where that's gonna go. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to share and smash the like button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to join our community and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.